Okay. What else is there?
We had Jujutsu Kaisen this week, where we were.
Oh man! Okay. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. I honestly was like, I was squirming during that scene, man. I'm not even gonna fucking lie. I got really nervous and I was like, if this is what we're about to get into on a regular basis, I'm just gonna have to prep myself mentally before every episode because woo woo woo. I thought the kid was gonna die.
Yeah, they do tease you a little bit there.
I thought the kid was gonna die. But also I love from the moment that Nobara got introduced, I loved the group dynamic. Immediately. It definitely gave me Naruto vibes. I'm not even gonna lie. It definitely gave me Naruto vibes, but I still loved it. I love her character. Like her and Megumi and Yuji together, and then Satoru kind of just basically being like, I'm still bouncing to my own beat over here, but I'm still controlling all the things that are going on. I'm just trolling
around. Well, you learn more about Nobara in 10 minutes than you do about Sakura in the entire, breadth of the series.
And I'm like, as he's explaining this stuff, he's like, yeah, there's a difference between the curses and their location. He was like, these curses are made from niggas in Tokyo who are all on top of each other, and it's more potent.
Right.
He was like, these aren't like your country fucking curses. And I was like, well, what can he mean by that? And then that nail started going into Homeboy's neck, and I was like, oh, nigga. These niggas are fucking disgusting. That's what he means.
Well, I like the fact that they show off within 3 episodes, which is, where most people enter into a series, that you have established the world that they live in. You've established at least one overarching challenge that has to be overcome by the main characters. You've been introduced to the core set of characters and given a slice of a look at what their dynamic is going to be. And each one of them, we haven't had an episode for everybody, but even in the limited time that we've had with the squad, we can already tell that the dynamic they're going to have is going to be fun, right? And that no one appears to be a one-dimensional, person. They all have a lot going on. They have ways in which they get along with each other. They have ways in which they don't get along with each other. There are clearly some personality, I don't want to call them flaws, but personality clashes that are going to be repetitive across the story they're trying to tell. And on top of that, when they introduced Nobara, they did not introduce her as a love interest.
Yes!
That's not how she was introduced at all.
And I also love how they introduced her motivation. She literally was just like, bitch, I wanted to come to Tokyo.
Yeah, That's it. I'm trying to get big, ho. Clout chasing out here.
What the fuck? I want to be a model. I want to do this, I want to do that. Hopefully I run into my homegirl.
Right. But she had a bunch of things going on that had nothing to do with anything anybody else was doing. They were all just her own interests.
Mm-hmm.
Completely unmediated by any of the characters that we met or men in general, which checks off a lot of my boxes in general, myself. Right? I like to see that. I like to see highly motivated female characters doing their own thing. And
I was interested. I was like, are they going to make her just a cold-hearted bitch who doesn't want anything to do with them? And I was like, no, she's not. She's so full of personality. It's just so... I wouldn't even say, it's refreshing.
I just think that she, as a design, fixes a lot of problems in the things that you see typically in these types of shows. And she fixes them, or as written, she is fixed by just being a complete person. That's all you have to do is show up with a clearly defined personality, a backstory and a history that plays into your decisions and behaviors. Show off the character's reaction to challenge, which we got in a couple of different ways, both being disappointed at her circumstances, who she's going to be teamed up with and essentially forced to live with and be friends with, versus her actual goals in life. This actually reminds me of what is her name from My Hero? Urara.
Oh, Ochako.
The
Urara.
Yeah,
the gravity.
Yeah, the gravity girl.
Yeah.
Like, yes, she is interested in our main, even though that's not really a storyline. It's just a fact. She says off rip that her goal for being a hero is to make money family. And make money for her family.
Yeah.
Like, I like that. I just happen to I like that because that's real. That's just some real shit. Good episode, I think. We have the team together. Saw the preview for next episode. Shit gets hairy.
Yeah, that little monologue at the end, and they were like, one of them dies. I was like, oh, here we go.
Yep.
Here we go. And then even just, the preview, the way that curse looked, I was like, yo,
fucking
what?
Disgusting.
Like, yeah, man. I mean, the design is cool, but I'm still, I was like, oh, this is creepy.
Yeah, so this is I like Jujutsu Kaisen also, whether you watch it or read it, because it very quickly gets off the track of your typical shonen stuff. Like, you can argue the first few episodes covered maybe like 5 or 6 chapters, and if you're a reader or a watcher, you're like, okay, I can kind of see the formula here. It's taking cues from this thing and that thing and this thing and that thing. It very quickly starts doing its own thing, and this is sort of where that kicks in even more than what you've already saw. So I like that the adaptation is also really well paced. So
yeah,
real happy with that. So I don't know what else to say, but it is just a solid weekly show. For me, it kind of sucks that it's on a Friday release schedule because I like to start my week with something good to get me through it. but it's still fine. I think it's everything I wanted. So very happy.